Hello, fellow Nigerians. You wonder why I'm smiling? I'm smiling because I'm alive to see Nigeria actually improving in ways that people cannot understand. I'm older than Nigeria, okay, to begin with, all right? So, what it means is I've seen everything about how Nigeria started. I was a little boy when the West caught fire. I was in primary school when the first coup happened. Also in primary school when the counter coup happened. I was in the village during the Civil War. My father had taken us to the village when the Civil War broke out, as if the villages were going to be safer, but hey, that was the mindset at the time. And we saw the Civil War come to an end. And then we saw the profligacy of the federal government when Gowon said Nigeria had so much money they didn't know what to do with it. And we saw the cement armada when the ports were blocked. We saw all that, and then we saw the overthrow of Gowon, how he went back to school. We saw the emergence of Murtala Mohammed. We saw, in fact, on the night he died, on the day he died, February 13th, I think we had gone to a nightclub the previous day, me and a couple of friends. And there were just soldiers and everywhere. And we're in Benin at the time. We were walking back to school. I think I was in high school at the time. And the soldiers were saying, hello, hey, hi, what's going on? And they didn't harass us. We're students, we were free. I mean, you've got to have known Nigeria in the past versus now to appreciate where we are now and why we are where we are and why people like me will be rejoicing when it seems as if the walls of the country are falling down. The truth is that we've made remarkable progress. Remarkable progress. We went through the era when we could not buy milk, we could not find milk to buy. They called it essential commodities, just due to mismanagement of the economy. We went through a draconian era when you could no longer speak. Everybody became circumspect about whom they had a conversation with. That was the Decree 4, I believe, Diagbon Buhari. Those were terrible times. In fact, I remember when I traveled at the time, on my way back, I had to learn the national anthem just in case they stopped me at the airport to say, hey, rehearse the national anthem before we let you into your own country. That was how bad it was. They said you couldn't say the truth, even if it was the truth about a federal government official, especially if you were going to embarrass him. So, we went through all of that. IB became, dribbled us for 8.5 years, stepped aside, and made remarkable progress, liberalized the banking system. Whereas before then, we used to queue at banks for 2-3 days to get our money. They'll give you a tally, red, yellow, green, blue. You know when to come back for your money because they counted money manually. But with the liberalization, look at everywhere, banks everywhere. Now you have ATMs, you can stay in your house. ATMs are now redundant. You can now sit in your house and transfer money. And somebody is telling me Nigeria has not made progress. We have made remarkable progress. I mean, there's hardly any banking system in Africa that rivals the Nigerian banking system today. And he also liberalized television, radio, whereas there was just one radio station somewhere that the army had to go and take over. Now you need to take over 2,000 radio stations in Nigeria. We are making progress. And let me stop dancing about the bush where we are now with the Jagaban. I mean, look at him. He said, Emilokon, put a man there for 8 years and he watched him. When I sat down to watch him. And then he comes and he says, Emilokan. And he's president now. Guess what? Guys, he said no more subsidy. We've been fighting subsidy removal for 40 years. What subsidy? People got rich off of subsidy. Hundreds, thousands of them. He removes it, then we're quarreling. What do we really want as a country? What do we want? What do Nigerians want from their leaders? Oh, okay, he did this without putting a cushion. All right. The cushion was increased amount, increased allocation to the state governors. So when you see a pothole in front of your house, you shout Tinubu. You have a governor. Go ask your governor. What are you doing with the money that they're giving to you? In my state, I see what the governor is doing from day one. He launched a bridge. Now people are laughing. Is it a bridge we want? Is it a bridge that we want? So what do we want really? He's building a bridge. He's not carrying the bridge to his village when he leaves office. The bridge will be there for a millennium for us to use. Oh, and that bridge you want job, that bridge you want job. Can you imagine? Tourist attraction bridge. That's the thing that is new in Edo State now. If you live in Edo State, if you live in Benin, and you have to go to Ramat Park, my brother, you will spend 3 hours in traffic there. A man has come to solve the problem now. We are saying, hey, is that the only problem we have? Why doesn't he do other things? If he does other things, why did he do those other things? For 8 years, we had a governor. He'll put up a signboard. Hey, this is a federal road. Hey, please bear with me. Did we kill him? How come he comes and he's doing something? We want to kill him. Hey, is a bridge that is tourist attraction? What do we want as a people? Now, since 2014, when I wrote my book, If I Were Buhari, I have been writing about state police, state police, state police, state police, state police. My friends will tell me, hey, we need restructuring, we need to rewrite the constitution. We the people, we need to get together. I said, why don't we take the low-hanging fruits? If you can't do the big one and operate the great Iroko tree, take the small leaves that are falling now so that we can continue to be a cohesive nation and grow small. There's nothing that happens overnight. I've been a businessman since I was 19. I know how hard it is to make money. You make it small, then you lose it. You make it small again, then you lose some. Then you make it again. That's how things get better. You win by losing. So, all you Nigerians asking for El Dorado in one fell swoop, I have news for you. It's never going to happen. All right? I've lived in America. I've seen what happened there. I would rather be in my country. Yes, with all its problems, there's no place like Nigeria. The man is building Lagos Calabar Road. Everybody's now shouting, oh, it's a no-bid contract. Come on. He's doing Badagry Sokoto. Come on. Do you know what changed America? The interstate. You know what has changed China? The interstate. China has added over 1 million miles of road in the last 5 to 10 years. There's a Chinese proverb that goes, if you want to be prosperous, start by building roads. The man has started by building roads. We are cursing him. Now he's done state police. Governors will use it to oppress people. Let us start the thing first. Let's get started. We'll tweak it along the way. Oh, the other day, Obi Ezekwesili was writing, oh, that's not what we need. It's restructuring. My friend, what is restructuring? The American Constitution has been amended 27 times in 250 years. 27 times. They did not tear down the Constitution. They just kept amending and amending and amending. And where we are today, one of the amendments was the Emancipation Proclamation. They didn't say, okay, now that slaves are free, let's rewrite a new Constitution. What do you want as Nigerians? What do you want? I'll tell you guys, if you put Tinubu down, you're going to regret it. Mark my words. Mark my words.